So welcome to the virtual house. I'm going to give you a quick tour and just let you know how everything works. So first of all, when you enter the rooms, and you'll see when we go into some of the rooms, these will be pulsating if you haven't already sat down. So you click a place and then that gives you access to whatever is in the room. So this is the main house, the main starting point. We've got several what you call navigation points. You can go to the coffee lounge, the photo reading preview room, we've got the meditation room, the soul plan room, and the VIP entrance. So I'm just setting them up, so as I add things, they'll go in the different spaces. So let's just start first of all and just show you around a little bit. Let's start with the photo reading preview room. So when you enter, what you'll have to do, because I'm already logged in, I've sat down already, but when you enter, these will be flashing. So you click anywhere that you want to sit down. Now in this one, I've put in a preview. So you get a little mini training here in terms of this room.
Hello and welcome. It's Marilyn Devonish here from transformationstm.com, and welcome to the photo reading brain transformation webinar, where today I'm going to take you through a series of things and give you an overview. Of course, we're going to start with, what is this thing called photo reading? How does it work? Talk a little bit about the creator of it. It's going to give you an overview of the photo reading whole mind system. Play some little games and do some exercises if you're up for doing that as well, if you want to sort of play along. And towards the end of the webinar, also going to share with you some tips that you can use to kind of really wake up and energize and activate your brain. Now, for those of you who are joining us live, you will have the opportunity, you can use both.
So that's the video. This one, gosh, you've got 1 hour and 52 minutes and 51 seconds. That's completely free, no login. You just click on the press play button. Also a little bit of fun here, the before and after photo reading, so you can decide which side of the equation do you want to be on. And if you want to join us for a photo reading class, you can book that link there. Now, 2 ways you can navigate. You can click on this one just to exit the room, or if you're navigating your way around, which is what we'll do today, you can always go back to the main house. Just look out for this particular navigation button. And you give it a moment, it checks the system. We're back at the main house. So I'm just going to very quickly show you what's in a couple of the rooms that I've set up so far. So this is the public coffee shop where you might want to go and have a coffee catch up. So you may arrange to meet someone at a specific time and date, or you might just pop in and see who is there hanging out. Or option number 3, even if you're the only one there, what I've done is I've set up a little playlist for you. So some things that you can watch as you're sitting here. So it's my interview of Greg Braden, for example, a couple of my favorite meditation pieces. This is from I think it was the first year that I hosted and emceed the TCCHE, the Conference for Consciousness and Human Evolution. So that's Dr. Joe Dispenza, Greg Braden, Bruce Lipton. They were doing their 3 Amigos bit, so that's great fun. And you've got Napoleon Hill in his own words, and I think I've added one of my favorite books as well. Yes, I have. The Game of Life and How to Play It, so if you wanted to listen to an audio book. And I've got this one was a talk that I did for Lackloy, and it's See Without Looking, and it's martial arts meets photo reading, so you can watch and listen. Now, what's quite unique about these spaces, you can be in here watching a video, listening to an audio book. Someone else can come in and they can do exactly the same, but they can choose something completely different, and you won't interrupt each other because you're both going to have your unique experience. So there could be 12 people in here all watching different videos or listening to different audios. The time where you interact, now we'll come back to, I said, the pulsating dots. So click on any of those dots. This allows you to sit down, then you can access what's in the room. If you then wanted to interact with someone, you can either unmute your microphone or switch on your camera, and then you can have a chat with someone in the room, but you can have an independent, unique experience. So that's the coffee shop. Of course, you're going to bring your own coffee, and I'm going to remove all these because what I was doing before, I had lots of little navigation points, and I thought, hold on a minute, this is going to take too long. So what I've done now is I'm going to delete all of those, and I'm always just going to use the main house. So that's the coffee shop. Let's go back to the main house and we will continue our virtual tour. So So we then have the meditation room. So if you fancy chilling out, relaxing, getting a completely different vibe, again, you need to click on the circle. And then we've got a playlist here. So I just click on the circle. I've got a different playlist here. So this is one that I'm putting together just for kind of some of my favorite meditation things that I found on YouTube. I will also add some of my own as well. So we've got the miracles while you sleep. We've got the healing music, the hertz. We've got the I am affirmations. We've got the binaural beats. We've got all sorts of wonderful stuff in here, the solfeggio frequency. So again, choose which one you want to do. Just press play. And even if someone else is in the room, they won't hear what you're listening to. I've also, for this one, just added a quick little feedback form. Would love your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts about the space, so you can give it a rating. What did you most enjoy? And then anything else that you want to suggest or feedback, and then you just hit submit. So that's the meditation room. Come in, pick something you want to listen to, and off you go. Back to the main house. And I think you're probably getting the gist of it by now. We also then have, so whenever you click on it, what it will do is it will put the name of the room above it. So this one, the Soul Plan Test Room, relates to this button here underneath the heading. So we'll head over there and have a little look-see as well. So this is the Soul Plan room. We've got a little bit more going on in here. So there's a video that I did. It was an interview for Colourful Radio with Lisa Bent. And if you don't want to see the whole thing, you can just toggle. But you know there's a video underneath there, but you might not want to see, you know, have it in your view once you've watched it. So you can toggle back and forth. And again, you just press play. And that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. So I've turned the volume down just so if I don't have things binging and bonging. Another thing, when you're in the room, most of the things are toggle. So you can toggle that little arrow there and it will bring up the chat. So you can type whatever you want in the chat, and other people coming into the room will be able to see that as well. So if you wanted to perhaps put a message, or, you know, you say to someone, hey, I'll see you Tuesday at 3, you know, you can add your little message there. Again, click on any of the seats that you want to sit down. I had a bit of fun with this one, so I've added the Are You Feeling Lucky wheel. If you would like a soul plan reading, you can either win, what have you got, 15% off, 10% off, or 25% off. So you just enter your email address, it activates the button, you can then click and it will spin the wheel, and if you win a prize, it will give you a coupon code and the link where you can redeem your code. If you don't know anything about Soul Plan readings, you can visit the Soul Plan website. You can, if you'd like to register your interest, join the waiting list for my next Soul Plan practitioner training. If you want to become a Soul Plan reader yourself, click on the second one there. And if you would like to see the Soul Plan in action, I did a Soul Plan reading posthumously for Whitney Houston. And actually, let me show you this as well. Where you look here at the bottom, we've got my, now you won't see as much as I do because I'm in the admin panel, but you will see something called My View. What I've added here, you can see there's a little arrow which says there are some files in this room. It's also the place if you wanted, you know, the usual reactions, the emoji, thumbs up, round of applause, etc. Click on files. With this particular room, I have added a demo soul plan. So if I click that, what it does, it will open up this document here, which is a copy of the soul plan report. Now this is just a dummy one. John James Smith, well, there might be one somewhere in the world, but it's not based on a particular person. But I've done this just so you can see what the soul plan report looks like. And this is what you get in the post in advance of us meeting and doing a one-to-one soul plan reading, where I explain what everything means and how it all fits together. And then we close with the soul plan, the DNA integration, meditation guided process at the end. So that's in there if you wanted to have a look. Also, depending on when you're watching this video, but if you happen to be watching it in real time, just after I've released it, I'm doing some mini soul plan readings in the soul plan room for those of you on my e-newsletter list. So the way that will work, we can only have 2 people sitting in the hot seat. So I'm probably going to be sitting here, for example. And so whoever's sitting here and whoever is sitting here can have a mini soul plan reading. And what that means is I'll choose one of the aspects of the soul plan, and I'll give you a bit of an overview about the challenges, the potential, how you overcome some of those challenges. If you're on my e-newsletter list, I sent that out to you yesterday, and let me know if you're interested in attending, because only the people who are in a hot seat can interact and hear what's going on in the room, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'll have to add some extra, sort of, these are called the seats. I'll have to add some extra seats to this room depending on who else wants to come and listen in. And then the way that it will work, once I've, let's say, finished reading for this person, they will click one of the seats once I add them. That then frees up this chair, and if you're in the audience, you can then click to come into the hot seat. So that's going to be happening. I've emailed you the date and time if you're on my e-newsletter list. So that is the Soul Plan room. Again, we'll go back to the main house. Da, da, da. And then we have the VIP entrance. So with the VIP entrance, this will be for some of my clients. So for example, those of you who are currently taking part in the online Fearless Public Speaking program, and those of you who are doing the MBS, the Mind, Body, Spirit and Soul coaching program, what I'm going to do is set up some rooms for you if you wanted to have a space where you can come, where you can work, where you can collaborate. And again, it's a case of clicking on one of these dots. I've just set up the VIP co-working space, for example. So let's take a little look-see in terms of that one. And in terms of what we're doing with the implementation sessions, for example, where we're getting together on the online calls, the webinars, and doing the 25-minute working sessions, the implementation sessions, what I've set up for you here when you enter the room is what you need to do. Click on this if you want to do the Pomodoro method, and the timer is set for 25 minutes. So come in, click the timer. You can pause if you wanted to. Let's just say, I don't know, the phone rang or you wanted to go and get yourself some water. And then when it gets to the end of the time, have your little break. Maybe if you're a photo reader, you might do some Educate, for example, educational kinesiology, and then you can reset the timer and you can do another segment of work. And as per all of the rooms, when these are throbbing, that means you've got to click to sit down, and then that gives you access to whatever else is in the room. So you'll find the navigation key here, again, that takes you back to the main room. And if you would like a private coaching session to help you focus, I've added a link there that you can click. But come in, get yourself organized, choose where you want to sit, and then get going with the, actually I might put a seat here just in case somebody wants to make it clear that they don't want to talk to anyone. But yeah, so anywhere you like, you can just pop in and sit down. And whenever you come into these rooms, you automatically come in, because that's the way I've set it, with your microphone off and your camera off. So you will then decide whether you want to open your microphone and speak to whoever else is here, or if you just want to come in and get your head down and work in your own time. So that is that. That's what I've set up so far. There will be other rooms coming. I'm going to do a HUNA room, for example, where I will maybe add, I'm thinking of adding the fire release process. I'll add that as a video. So when you go in, you can take yourself through that. So yes, just having a little play at the moment, but this is the main house. You can always come back here and then navigate around, and as I add other things, I'll add them to the various rooms in the house. And if you think of a room that you would like that I haven't yet set up, it might be around one of my courses or my programs. Actually, for example, we might have a public speaking room, and that will be the room where you go and practice your talks, your presentations, and I can maybe add a few little snippets of what we've been doing on the public speaking program, for example. But yeah, have a think. If you think of something you would like and I haven't yet set it up, then let me know. But I shall leave it there. It's Marilyn Devonish, the NeuroSuccess Coach from transformationstm.com, and that's www.transcef, F for Freddie, so FORMATIONSTM as in trademark, so transformationstm.com. easiest thing to do, because there's a lot on the website, it's been growing for the past 22 years now, so the easiest thing to do if you want to see what's coming up is click the red What's New button, normally on the top right depending on your device. A little panel will slide out and that will tell you what's new. And what I'll also do is I'll add a link to this main house room, and all you need to do is click on that and then it gives you access to everything else. Where it's the VIP spaces, they'll be password protected, but everything else that I've shown you so far while I'm testing it all out is open to the public. So get in there while you can, because some of that may change, but for now you can access everything that I've shown you apart from the VIP. All right, thank you for watching. If you know someone who could benefit from one of these working spaces, or if there's somebody you want to collaborate with and you want to meet with them in a virtual room and either have an audio chat or a video chat, please feel free to share this link, share the video, invite them in. The more the merrier. And yeah, enjoy the virtual space, and thank you so much for watching. Catch you all later.